The Wyoming Game and Fish Department's Wildlife Health Laboratory tested 6,701 samples from big game animals for chronic wasting disease, or CWD, in 2022. Testing was completed earlier this year from samples submitted throughout the state. CWD was not detected in the vast majority of samples, 5,875, while 826 samples were positive. Some samples submitted were not testable. The numbers are based on submissions from hunters, road-killed animals, and animals found dead or in poor condition. CWD is a chronic, fatal disease of the central nervous system in mule deer, white-tailed deer, elk, and moose. It belongs to the group of rare diseases called transmissible spongiform encephalopathies. These disorders are caused by abnormally folded proteins called prions. Early on in the disease, animals don't show any clinical signs, but later on, affected animals show progressive weight loss, reluctance to move, excessive salivation, droopy ears, increased drinking and urination, lethargy, and eventually death. The number of tested samples and positive tests have remained steady for the past 3 years. In 2021, 6,884 samples were tested, with 839 positives. And in 2020, 6,496 samples were tested, with 829 positives. It's important to note that comparing the number of positive tests each year can be misleading because Game and Fish's CWD surveillance program focuses on different deer and elk herd units each year. Also, the number of positives is proportional to the prevalence of CWD in the particular herd unit surveyed. The prevalence of CWD is slowly increasing in many deer and elk herd units in the state. While the western half of Wyoming has several deer hunt areas where CWD has not been detected, the disease continues to spread west and was detected in 2 new deer and 5 new elk hunt areas last year. The majority of the test samples this year were collected by Game and Fish field personnel at hunter check stations or through regional offices. This is Ray Hageman with the Wyoming Game and Fish Department.